Welcome to our new lesson of CapCut. In this lesson, we are going to learn all about audio edits. So, without any further ado, let's just open up CapCut on our device and start our lesson. As you can see on my screen that I have opened up CapCut. Now I'm going to do is going to be creating a new project so that I can upload or import my audios, use them just the way I want it to be. Now in this lesson, I'm going to show you both the methods of how you'll be able to customize your audio, even from your video and also from, imported audios, or it could be also the stock media. So first things first, I'm going to import my, all contents, which I have on my resource file. Now I'm going to do is going to be taking one of the audio over here. You can see that audio and video panels are, these panels are different for audio and this is for video, and then you can also apply text. Okay. Now, when you apply any audio, I'm going to do is try using another audio from over here. Now I'm going to do is going to be showing you everything about audio. So I'm going to do is just apply another audio over here. Now, the first thing which you have to know about audios or working with audio is that you will be able to fix out the volume directly from this panel or directly from, the timeline panel. You can see this line over here. If you drag it down, it will go lower or the volume will be decreased. If you go or make it higher, it will increase. Okay, it's going to depend on the maximum, or let's say, its capability of going the highest. So make sure to keep that in mind and try playing it out. Okay. Now you'll be able to save these up whenever you want to. Let's go through that later on, but let's just show you about the timeline panel first. Now, on each corner, you can see from the beginning to the end, we have this dot over here. Now, this dots over here at the beginning and at the end represents the fade in and out. Now, if you want it to be a bit of fade in, you can drag this a bit like that, and it will have a fade in effect. It will appear, or it will work the same way on the ending of each track. If you drag it, it will have a fade out effect. Let me just show it to you with an example. I'm going to do is just delete it, play it out. See, that is the fade effect which you're getting, and you can customize it whenever you want. You take it at the end. See, that is the fade effect which you'll be able to apply on your audio. Now, you can see that this is just the basics of what you can basically do directly from your timeline panel. Now, there are other things which I'm going to be showing you directly from this audio section. Now, I've already shown you about these effects, copyright, and all of those. So let's show you about copyright. Now, if you have any audio on your panel or any audio on your workspace and you want to check for a copyright, you can do that. Now, just click on any video or any audio which you have on your timeline panel or your project panel. Click on check. Now, you can see couldn't run copyright because less than 1 minute. So it has to be more than a minute. So I'm going to just apply one of the music over here. There we go. We have this audio. Now, what I'm going to be doing is clicking on that. I'm going to do is just go off to copyright, click on check, and you can see that your video can be posted on TikTok. Your work has been passed the sound of copyright check. Now, if you recheck it, now you can see that it has shown me that I can post it on TikTok, not other platform. Okay, so make sure to keep that in mind. You'll be able to do the same thing with other audios too if you have any one of them. Go off of your project panel. And if you see any audio which has, quite the length, you can try using it. And even if you don't have it, you can check out for other ones too. Now, if you want to download royalty-free music, first off, make sure to open up any of your web browser which you have. Type in royalty-free music. Hit on enter, and you can see that I use Pixabay most of the time. Click on that, and this website will basically give you all royalty-free musics, which you'll be able to use. From here, I'm going to do is just click on download. I'm going to wait for a bit until that has been downloaded. And after it has been downloaded, I'm going to do is just use it on CapCut or import it on CapCut. So I'm going to wait a bit. And I'm going to do is just import that folder over here or import that file. Just go off the download. There we go. So here we go. We have it. So I'm going to do is just apply it over here. And then I'm going to go off to audios, copyright check, recheck it. I can see that if you download anything outside of, CapCut or anything, it will also give you that copyright check. You can see copyright check has passed. You can also use it on TikTok. Okay. So you can also use a couple of them on different medias, but if it shows you that you can use it or you can post it, then it means you are good to go. Then we also have extract media or extract audio, which I've already shown you. You can also link your accounts, and then we also have brand music. So basically we're done with this over here. Let's go off to the edits, which you can do with your audio over here. Now you can basically see that if you want to customize your audio, first off, you have to select the file which you're using. You can try playing it out. Now, if you want to increase your volume, you can also do that over here. You can increase and decrease just like that from the bar, 0 dB. You can also use keyframes. You can use numbers on the dB and also use these buttons to adjust your audio. You can also apply and fade in. You can see the same thing applies over here. Fade in, fade out on the end. So that is basically how it works. And then we have is normalized loudness. If you think that, your video or the audio which you're using has a lot of sound and you want to normalize it a bit, you can get the original loudness without it getting choppier. Click on this normalized audio. It will be applied to your video and you can basically see that it will be applied. It will give you that, that perfect sound. It will give you the best, like the best of that loud sound. You can also enhance your voice if you want to. Click on this enhance voice. It will take a bit of time to process it up and apply to your audio. Just make sure you're connected to the internet at that moment, and then you can fix out the intensity. First off, wait for a bit until it has applied the bass of that audio, and after it has been applied, you will basically see that the sound will increase, or the wavelength, which you can see, or the waves, which you'll see on your timeline panel, will increase just a bit. And you can see this is how it sounds, how clear it is. You can also decrease it. You can see it takes a bit of time after you have applied the bass. Then you'll be able to customize just the way you want to every time you want. Now you can see that the treble and everything of the audio sounds a lot more crystal clear. So you can also use the numbers over here. Let's say if I want 60%, hit on 60, hit on enter. I'm going to just type in 60. You can also increase it just a bit like this, but it works on different cases like 75, 50, and then we have like 25, 0. So find out which one you have to use. Is like 25 interval on each and every one. And the one which you've already applied will not take any time to process, so you can try fiddling through these options. Then we have is reduce noise. If you have any noise on your audio, you will basically see that it is how it works. Let me just go off to my web browser again, and then I'm going to do search out for noise. Hit on enter, and you can try it out. You can also, get previews on this website. I'm going to do is just click on download. I'm going to wait for a bit, and then I'm going to do is upload it. And all of these files will be on my project, like this project or resource folder, so you can open them up whenever you want to. I'm going to do is just replace it. I'm going to do is just reduce the noise. It will be a lot more clear. Okay. Then we have is vocal isolation. If you have any vocals, you want to isolate the vocals, you can do that. You can also only keep vocals, or you can remove the vocals if you want to. There are a couple of videos which you will find. Now you can go off over here. Now you'll basically see the vintage, background music, relax. So let's just, get a preview. Let's try this one. I'm gonna download this one. And let me show it to you how this basically takes effect. Import it. Open. Delete. Drag it. And then I can reduce the noise. And then I'm going to use vocal isolation. It will take a bit of time to process. I'm going to just keep the vocal and remove the rest. So it's going to analyze the whole thing and then give you the effect of it. Just wait for a bit and make sure you're connected to the internet, because this requires internet connection. Because if you do not have internet connection, it will not be applied. And you can see that this is free on the newer version. Now if you apply it, you can see no other sound except the vocal. But if you play like this, you'll basically see that this is basically how it sounds like. See, there is no instrumental sound on this one. Literally silence, just the vocals. Now, if I want only the sound or only the instrumental acoustics, you can remove the vocals. It will take a bit more time. It will remove the vocals, which you've already removed, or, the acoustic, which you've already removed. So it will take, a bit faster than the previous one. So you can see this is how fast it is. And you can see there is literally no vocal on this audio. So that is how you'll be able to isolate or use vocal isolation. Then we have is channel. You'll be able to fix out the channel. You can see you can fill right with left and also fill left with right. If you see that there are a couple of parts where you hear the left one is, ringing louder, or the left or the right one is ringing louder, you can fix it up. You can fill right to left, left to right, fiddle through these options and apply it. And you can also use keyframes on each and every one of this. Now, I'm going to do is just remove this vocal isolation. There we go. This is how it works. Then there are a couple of other options. Now there is voice changer. There are a couple of voice changers which you will be able to customize. You can see there are a couple of these presets. First off, you have to download them. I want MyCog. This is how it works. If I want echo, you can see it's echoing. And if I want deep, I can also apply a bit of vinyl. Then we have tremble. So there are a couple of these effects which you'll be able to apply. And even after you apply, you'll be able to fix out its strength. You can reduce the effect. You can see this is how it works. You can see you will be able to customize the noise too. There are a couple of these options which you'll be able to apply. So try fiddling through these options. You'll be able to use numbers, these buttons, and also keyframes on this voice filters too. You can also see the voice characters. Let's say if I want trickster, you can also change the voice of the vocals. So it takes a bit of time to get applied. Then we have is Jesse, Bestie, Robot, Chipmunk, each and every one. You can see Elf. We have Jesse over here. Play it up after it has been applied. And you also have Chipmunk. And you can obviously use original every time. The last one which we have is speech to song. You can also turn it into folk. You can see clip needs to be between 5 seconds to 60 seconds. So I'm going to do is just reduce it. There we go. Apply the folk. It will be applied in just a bit. It'll take a bit of time because it's going to change it to speech to song. And then you will wait for a bit after it has been applied. You'll play it up and check out the difference, whichever one you basically need. Okay, so try using these options. There are also other options which I'm going to be showing you, because this is just about only audio edits. You can also customize your audio and videos too, and I'm going to show it to you step by step. So make sure not to skip any part. So let's try taking a video with the sound too, which is this one. So this is how it works with the folk sound. Okay. So basically we're done with only audios. Let's move on to videos. Okay. So when you click on videos, go off to the audio section, and then you'll be able to see these options, which are basically the same. So I'm going to go off the voice changer. There are a couple of these options, which is also quite the same. You'll be able to customize it the same way, just the way you customize your audios. And you'll also be extract the audio sound over here. You can go off through basics, use keyframes, as I have a whole different lesson or a specific lesson just about keyframes. So I'm going to show it to you in that specific lesson so that you know or get, a clear and a vivid idea about it instead of getting, short idea. So hope you understood about everything in this lesson. Another thing which I'm going to be showing you over here is that on CapCut, you have this option of record. You can also, give a voiceover on your audio and customize it the way you want to. Let's say I'm going to try and show it to you a bit. Click on this voiceover option, and you can see that it has not started yet. You can fix out the volume, mute protection, enhanced audio, echo reduction, select your mic. Hello, mic testing, 1, mic testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cut this off, and then you will get a preview. Play it out. You can see, you can hear my sound. You can also reduce it and play it out. Mic testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is basically how it works, and you'll also be able to customize that too with voice characters, voice filters, and you can also customize the speed. Now, as we're done with our voice changer, you can go off the speed and customize it the way you want to. From here, you'll be able to increase it using the multiplier. And works the same way with the videos. You can also fix out the duration. You can see if I turn it on 2 or multiplied by 2, the duration will be 5.4 seconds. If I multiply it with 5, it will be 1.1 seconds. And you can see this is 0.5. So get it to whichever one you want. So let's say I want maybe somewhere around over here, which will make it 3.2 seconds. Let's get a preview. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is basically how it works. So make sure to fiddle through these options, customize your audio so that it sounds a lot more better. And you can obviously, go up with new ideas and creativity so that it meets up your criteria. So thank you for watching this video up till the very end, and hope you understood about everything on this lesson. If you still have any confusion or any question about any part of the lesson, feel free to ask me. I'm always there to help you. So without any further ado, let's just hop on to our next lesson of CapCut.